I basically write computer programs and code for a software company.
What's a software company?
What is the software company?
Yeah, what's the company you work for?
The company I work for is their subsea company. They produce software and hardware for ROVs, which are remote operated vehicles. So basically, they are subsea vehicles that are remotely operated from a ship, and they're used for multiple different uses. We have some that are for surveying oil pipelines. We have some that are for marine biologists to observe habitats and different things of certain species that otherwise it wouldn't be easy to get a close look at. So we produce software and hardware, i.e. cameras and lighting rigs, to go onto these vehicles so that when they go down they can get footage, there's good lighting and whatnot.
Where are the oil rigs?
So, well, they're all over all over the Atlantic and the Pacific. We work with companies from Australia, the Gulf of Mexico, even some of the marine places are just in Ireland. So we've had work with companies all around the globe for all different purposes.
And do you have to think about the ethics of oil rigs?
No, not really. Like, we have to think ethically about what we're producing. So when we're producing, say, the lighting rigs for the vehicles, we have to think about the impact on the ocean and the fish, all the creatures down there. Is it going to affect them?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to, you know what I mean? So we have had to think about that in the past. So, but we don't really think about the ethics of the oil rigs and stuff. That's more for the oil company themselves.
Is there light pollution in the ocean?
It depends on where. You know, like the further down you go, obviously there's less light. So obviously a lot of the creatures that live in those areas have adapted to the lack of light. So to then introduce light to it, yeah, that could cause problems. But most of the places that we do work are not that deep. Most of the equipment that we produce is only rated to 3 or 4 kilometers below the sea, where there is still
Where they can still see?
where there is still light introduced. You know, we're not.
Yeah, we're not blinding them.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me more about your job.
So, me personally, I work on just the software side. So, basically, for a long time, we produced mostly hardware. But in the last 2 or 3 years, the company has started branching into the software side of things. So now, rather than just selling the cameras and lights, we also are selling software licenses to go with the cameras, where we provide what are called microservices, which are basically computer programs that do a plethora of different things. Yeah, so we provide software programs that do a range of different things, whether it's simple things like just contrast adjusting to more complex things like object detection, and things like that using machine learning platforms. So.
And did you learn the object detection thing in college?
Yeah.
Or is there stuff that you have to learn on the job?
Well, there's been, obviously every company, whatever they use, their software is their own. So there is a lot of learning on the job of how their system operates and how to use it. But the basics, yeah, like machine learning and just basic programming, I studied all of that while I was in college. So I learned most of that, but it's still, everything you learn in college is so vastly different to when you're actually in the industry. Mm-hmm. So even though you know it all and you don't have to relearn it, you almost feel like you are relearning how to apply it.
Mm-hmm. And do you think AI is going to take over your job?
Yeah, like it's something we do talk about a lot, but you know, the thing is, all programmers use AI and ChatGPT and whatnot to help, whether when it comes to assisting with bugs or resolving an issue. You know, every programmer that I work with does it, but the thing is, it's still wrong a lot of the time. Sometimes it might help you find a bug and it might help you find a solution, but a lot of times as well, it is also wrong. So we have to check. You can't just take what it gives us and put it in and assume it's going to work, because from past experience, it hasn't always worked. So
Right.
if it is ever going to happen, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
You're safe for now.
For now.